to work today, Stacey?
Yeah. Hang on.
Okay, I got it now. I think we needed a joyride yesterday. Right?
Yes. So, funny story about this song. First of all, I don't know. I definitely needed something after yesterday because, wow, there was nothing possible. There was nothing I could get to work yesterday. I think you said it best earlier. The internet was down.
Yeah. They're doing a software update. I firmly believe for the entire internet.
Because there wasn't anything that could work. But funny story. So way back when I was a teenager, probably 17, 18, I worked at a photo lab. So way back. So I worked in technology even back then. So I was developing photos in a photo lab. And it would be like Saturday morning and we were swamped and I was in the lab and I don't know how they did it, but like it was almost soundproof. And this one girl I was working with, she only worked Saturday. She would put the song on. And she would like run to the office, put the song and then run to the enlargement machine. And we would just scream it at the top of our lungs. And I'm pretty sure that people could hear us when we were screaming.
Yeah, it's a good song, right?
It's a fun song.
Yeah. So
it is a fun song.
And we did need it because I don't know, like I'd like anyone who can put a note in the comments and let us know, did you actually do anything productive yesterday?
I don't know how.
Fix things.
So ironically, I think the internet literally needed to be unplugged and plugged back in.
Yep. Yeah, it was just a technology story, guys. I got my mom an Echo Show. So I could, she could just say, hey, Alexa, call FaceHouse. And we couldn't figure out why, it took me 4 days and I was trying everything and nothing was working. And I was really not happy. And because I have to send it back. So I called Amazon support. And first they said, there's two things we can do. Number one, have you unplugged it? And here I am. Said to Stacey, when it's yours, to unplug it. Or when it's not in front of you, you don't even think of it. So, of course, it fixed the problem. So, for those of you who are having trouble today, unplug. Maybe it's needs to unplug yourself today. That might be it.
Well, that was me yesterday. I just decided at like 3:00, I gave up. I went downstairs and I watched Netflix for like 2 hours because I just could not function. And then, of course, after supper, I came back up after the internet had been reset.
Yeah.
And then I was able to get a few things done.
Yeah.
Because I had stuff I needed to get done. I wanted to update a couple of presentations that I've been working on.
So weird. Anyway, enough of that. We are talking this week about digital creations, digital products, online products, whatever you want to call them. And we keep talking about the same sort of technology and resources over and over again, because they are that good. And in all aspects of your business, you need to, use one or two really great pieces and the other ones can kind of come and go, but you need to have your base. So Stacey, what do you think about today?
Well, with digital products, we do need digital tools. We do need to use our computer because we need to have a way of providing information that's on our screen to the people that are watching later and turn them into basically video content, which is sort of what we're talking about. And whether it's a presentation, and I know we talked yesterday about whether we do talking head, you could just talk, because Anthea is just saying that she was at a retreat yesterday for entrepreneurs. Was this virtual or real? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let us know. But the best one probably that I use above and beyond anything else for any digital product is Keynote.
Yep. We keep talking about Keynote.
What?
We just keep talking about it because it is that good.
So, because I mean, basically, if you think about the fact, and Faye, you've talked about this for a million years, you're doing a presentation for a presentation, you're doing a presentation for a workshop or something that you're doing, not necessarily virtual, but you could be taking it whatever. It's an hour, and it's very easy that you can then take that same presentation that you've developed and then what we call record over slides. So I just want to show you what that looks like. La la la, hang on one second. Share. So can you see? Yes, you can. Oh, hi. Don't you love the
That was a surprise for me.
So we love this. This is a presentation I was working on last night. I was talking about doing presentations. As we all know, we've mentioned it a couple of times. Global Impact Accelerator is the program that Faye and I are going to be working on and launching and starting to talk more about next week. But it is in Keynote, and I just want to show you that what the tools that we're talking about and the tools that we tell you are the tools that we use. We don't kind of tell you to do other things and we have the cool stuff in the background. No, it's actually the tools that we use. So the good thing about Keynote, and I know PowerPoint works very similarly. I don't have the exact where things are, but if you go into Slideshow, it works exactly the same way. But basically over here under audio, we have this little record button. And when I click record, can you still see, what do you see on your screen right now?
Just the main picture.
The main picture? Okay, so what I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to see if I can swap it. So just give me 1 sec. I'm actually going to take out the application. I'm going to stop share, and I'm actually going to share
Back to dance.
my screen. I'm just going to move it over here. And there's the Facebook that we're on to prove that
You do look at it.
So do you see?
Yes, we got it.
We got the record screen.
Yeah.
So this is what it looks like. And what I like about the record screen is that number 1, you see the next slide. Number 2, you see your presenter notes. And then what you can do at the very bottom is literally click record. And when it clicks record, it will record only the slide, the main slide, and your voice. And then when you're done presenting, you click stop. And so just want to show you here for a second. If I was going to record, it would count me down. This is what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, if you want to learn more about Global Impact Accelerator, go to joingia.com. I can press stop. So what I want to do is I'm just going to stop that for a second and bring this over. So now you can see that I have a little green spot that says that I've recorded something. So then I could go over here and go File, Export to Movie. And basically my slide and my voice would be combined into a movie. It's a video file that I could upload onto wherever you're going to watch videos, like wherever your course creation platform is. And I can literally listen to you talk about the information that you're presenting on your slides. I'm shocked that how many people don't know that you can do this in both PowerPoint and Keynote.
Yeah, and the most important thing for you guys is make sure that their presenter notes are absolutely amazing, because it'll keep you on track with all the slides, because we don't want you to write, as you know, too much information on your slides. So those are great, and it's not a crutch. You're going to use it, religiously for a while, and then the longer you do this, the less often you do presenter notes, because you already know when a slide comes up what you're going to talk about. So that's number 1. Yes, PowerPoint does everything too, but we are Mac girls, and we absolutely, absolutely love Keynote.
But just, for people who do have PowerPoint does work the same way. You can create your presentation, record over slides, export as a movie. Absolutely all the same way. That's if you have your slides. So in a world where I live in regards to technology and platforms and social media and online marketing, I live in a world that sometimes I need people to just look over my shoulder and see what I'm doing in regards to what's on my screen and walk them through different steps and stuff like that. So what are some cool tools that you've used for that?
So there's so many, but you're basically doing screen record, right? Is what we're kind of talking about. And there's a couple of different methods. There is the big ones that you guys know, like ScreenFlow, Camtasia for your PC. Those are the big guns, right? There's also little tools that are really great, like Screencastify and
so this is Screencastify. Basically, what you would be doing, if you can make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. If I click Screencastify.
No, I can only see your Google.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
So because Screencastify, of course, you have to be recording something.
Yes.
So so that does not like it. However, there's one that's very similar to Screencastify called Loom.
Yep.
So let me show you that one because Screencastify works very similarly.
Well, the difference between Loom and what's the one that I have?
Screencastify.
Screencastify is a different. I have that one too, but the other one I can't remember. It's like Loom, but it's.
I think it's Castbox or
I can't remember.
There's so many.
But the difference is Loom will do. I think. Well, they will do current tab now, though. Will they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's newer then. Yeah.
So basically, you can now. It's not showing me because my other tab is being used with StreamYard, obviously. But basically, you would be in this little black circle at the bottom is where your face would be. So the people can still see you while you're recording a tab, and you'll be able to maneuver around and you can show them what it is. So Screencastify works very similarly when you're recording a tab. But I can't show you Screencastify because it's not coming up on the tab. Talk to us because you use it a lot more than I do.
Yeah, so Screencastify is one of those things that it's sitting on your Chrome extension, right? So you don't have to jump in or anything. And it's not to show your little picture and show people what you're doing. That's not what Screencastify. Loom, that's what mostly people use Loom for, is to have your little picture in the corner and then show people something else. So Screencastify is how you capture something that's happening on screen. So on a tab, for example. So what you could do, like for example, this right now, what I could do is hit Screencastify and it would capture this entire screen. So it would capture exactly what we're doing. It would capture the words, or I can condense it down to whatever, and I can just leave it running, and I don't have to be watching. It'll just do it on that tab. Completely different rationales. Again, Loom is for showing people around. Screencastify is if you want to, for example, have this recorded plus all the comments or something live going on the side, right? So it's when you want to just record everything that shows up in your tab, not in your screen. So ScreenFlow is good at doing your entire screen, but then you have to edit down to what you want. Screencastify would just hit you. You would just say, do this tab, and they'll just do whatever's open.
Whatever's going on in the tab.
Yeah. And there's a lot of cool reasons to do that. If you were doing, if you were doing an event, for example, or a group call or something that you don't have the software internally in that to record it, you can do it this way. So it's
which is really cool. Yeah. And either way, whether you're using PowerPoint or whether you're showing what's on your screen to be able to use later in some sort of e-learning digital product.
What's really fascinating? I forgot to tell you this, Stacey. So I have Screencastify about the lifetime deal, and I love it a lot. And when my guy in high school started virtual school this year, they gave everybody in Halton the free accounts.
Oh, no way.
Screencastify, so that they could screen capture their, I guess, their teachers' whiteboards and stuff that you can't download. Kind of cool.
Oh, very cool.
And then I was like, well, you could have told me that before I paid for it.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because so my son has to do sort of a TED Talk, which showing his presentation, but this teacher was very specific that he needs to be in that picture as well. Like they were very specific about that, which I thought was interesting. And she suggested also using Screencastify.
Yeah, I think they've hit all the educational, because it's so easy. I think that's why. Like you don't have to know how to do anything because it's sitting there. As long as you
click it, it brings it up, and it's literally a browser tab, your desktop, or you can also just record your own webcam. But what I like is the fact that you can embed your webcam or not. So it can be used similarly to Loom, where you're in the circle or not. And this is why
that's my other one. It's called Clapboard.
Clapboard, that's it.
Yeah.
I look for that one. I like that one too.
There's one other thing that's kind of cool, guys, that I haven't talked about much. And I'll just leave that last one with you. It's called Fleek, Fleeq. And Fleek, Yeah, we use, so Fleek is one of those really cool things that you actually take screenshots or pictures of everything you want to talk about or, go through, right? And then you can load this up, these screenshots onto Fleek, and then you can mark them up, right? So you can mark them as you go, and you can make it into an entire movie. So if you're trying to get somebody to learn how to walk through something and you don't want to do a video about it, you want to do stills so that you can circle and highlight. You guys have seen those, right? You can circle and highlight, and then it flows like a movie. Fleek is amazing. It was a lifetime deal. Even regular price is pretty cheap. So it's one of those ones that you should check out, because one day when you're doing your course, you're going to get to the point where you go, how can I? Right?
And then come back here to this video.
And this is where you usually get it.
So basically record over slides, record your screen while it's going on live, which is really cool. You can have yourself in the corner or not. And then Fleek gives you the ability to record images, still screenshots, and be able to either zoom in, circle, highlight, lots of different options with that one.
And then narrate over it as well.
Which is
so you
cool.
can still get to narrate. So, or they'll do there's a robot voice. If you're little
you
shy,
can type it in and it will read for you, but
yeah, it'll be like Sally from New Jersey and Tom from the UK. You get to pick from all these people. They all kind of sound the same. Anyway.
So lots of great options. There's no excuse anymore because there's lots of different, really easy, some of them free, some of them minimal cost to make your digital product your own.
Yeah.
All right.
So some news saying all that, guys. We, Stacy and I were thinking about how to best optimize your learning, our time, and making what we do more effective, right? So today is going to be the last Tech Tuesday, and before you cry, it's not for the reason you think.
How do you think? Hang on.
and Friday as well in a different format. So what we're going to do is on Mondays, which is when we bring out a new topic, we are going to on Monday not only do that topic, we're going to also do the tech involved with that topic on the same show. And then we're also going to open it up for questions so that on Monday it will be a full flight of questions and answers and tech and everything about that topic, so that you don't have to worry about, right now you're thinking of a question and then you're like, oh, I'll ask them on Friday. And then by the time Friday rolls around, you forget it. So we're going to bundle it all up, and Monday is going to be our Master It Day. And that will start next week. So we're still on Friday, are we not, Stacey?
We are still on Friday.
And then after that, so next week will be Monday. We'll announce the topic. We'll do it that way. So you at least can schedule that in. It's the time to ask questions live about anything, not just the topic. And then we will be introducing a brand new segment starting the week of November 1st. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So we will see you. So this is our last Tech Tuesday, and then our last Free for All Friday is this Friday. So join us on Friday. Take advantage. Grab your wine and ask us anything. 7:00 Eastern.
Yeah. All right, guys. Don't worry. Everything's going to get even better.